This is Charlie from FightFast. We got 3 self-defense moves. Let's get right into it.
Guys, next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the reaction punch for the right hand. What happens here, and the best way to do that is when he steps in with his right, is I step over just a little bit and then pop straight over the top, right? We're going to come right over. So all I'm doing basically is working a mirror effect. When he comes out with his left, I'm working right over top. When he comes out with his right, I'm working right over top. Make sure that you take this little step, just slap, and then go straight to the back of the jaw. One thing to remember is a lot of your punches, whether they're hand chops, fist, palm, heel strikes, forearms, elbows, a lot of your punches should be geared right at the top of the chest or the throat. Because remember, that person's going to be ducking, and that V along that jaw, that's where I want to hurt this person. The more you can separate the jaw, the more likelihood of dropping this guy, making him fall down, and in essence ending the fight. So when he starts that punch, go. We're going to step punch, right? Go. Step punch right here, okay? Go. Step punch, good. Go. Step punch, all right? Go. Step punch, got it? Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's get in here and work. We'll work it. You go at him a little bit, and then I'll let you go the other way. So first thing, you start punching, and then I'll tell you to switch off here in a minute, and then I'll have you work a drill, okay? Good. Good steps. Don't move too much, guys. Boy, payback's a bear. Okay, relax. Now we're going to go the other way. Here comes the right hand, and he's going to take a little step out and fire the left over top. Okay, let's go. Don't step too far out. Let's move back in the picture here. All right, guys, this is just a short little step and over, okay? Real easy. We don't want to move way away from our target. We want to stay within punching range. Good. All right, good deal.
Hey, Jimbo here with your next tip. This one's a good one. It's about lethal combat. If your life or the life of anyone you care about is threatened, using lethal force against the threatening opponent is justified. Problem is, what happens if you don't happen to have a gun or a knife on you? What happens if this dude is like twice your size? Well, that's what this tip is all about. How to use nothing but your bare hands as lethal weapons, even against larger, stronger men. This is very good stuff. I hired some U.S. Special Forces combat experts, guys who've used these moves in actual life and death fighting to show you barehanded lethal fight moves that can end a fight in seconds. But here's the thing. These moves are very ugly and very brutal. I am not allowed to post them here on this platform. If I did, it would get my channel shut down very quickly. However, if you don't mind a little deadly gore, you can see them all for free simply by going to the link in the description. These moves are definitely worth a minute of your time. And when crunch time hits and your life is on the line, you'll be damn glad that you learned these simple deadly moves. So get there now. Okay, on to our next tip.
Glasses. I wear glasses normally. Same thing. He comes up, starts sticking his finger in my chest and say, hey, let's do it. I don't want to fight, Let me take my glasses off. Right in the face. Once again, he moved back slightly. We come in, shoot the headbutt into him. Throw the glasses in the face. He moves his head back a little bit, shoot the inside, stomp the foot. Just keep blasting on him. These aren't meant to put them down. You're not going to knock somebody down with a pair of glasses. What you're going to do is throw off their timing and make them think a little bit and maybe move their head. If you're behind the table, a number of things you can do with the table. Come in, Bill. First thing you can do with the table is shove it into them. Okay? One of the favorites is to bring it up, slam it. See what he just did? Grab the table. Okay, he's dealing with the table, I start dealing with that foot. And every time, if you flip that table up and push it into him, everybody's going to grab that table. I don't know why they do it. The only thing they can do possibly is use it against you. That's why as soon as you push that table up and he grabs it, you start taking that low line again. You got all that from his knees down, he's totally open, he's holding a table going, why the hell am I holding this table while you're breaking his foot?
All right, he makes the grab. Now you notice that when somebody grabs you hard from behind, you'll notice there's a shocking valve. It's not just the grab, but it's like a linebacker hitting somebody. It's the ultimate shock to the body that has us off base. Now, what's his goal from here? His goal is to do what with me? More than likely, pick me up and put me down on the ground, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do, now let me add one more thing. Some systems or some people will teach you, when you get grabbed from behind, just stand up and break out. It don't work like that, all right? When somebody strong, like this guy, puts you in a bear hug, you're going to have to initially work from inside this environment. So what I'm going to do immediately, he makes a hard grab, I'm going to check over on his hands. The reason I want to check over on the arms are, try to raise him up into my throat. Bring your arms up. He can't. I'm still holding the arms. The only way he can do anything new with these arms is to what? Let go, and I've got the out. So he's got me. I'm going to grab hard. I'm going to check the arms. Now, yes, I do want to make my body move out, step underneath to give my base a little bit more power. But the first thing I'm going to do is check the arms, pivot the hip, and with the knife edge in my hand, strike to the groin and grip. Now, once I let go, once I have this, I'm going to pull up, point to the moon, and as I point up, now I drop out. From here, it's back, face, turn, and down to my controls. Back up. You have a lot of options here, though. Grab me. He grips, I check the arms. Grab me really low. You'll notice I can still check the arms. And can he stop me from getting to the groin? Nope. To whichever side I go, I get the groin. So I'm going to groin strike, but I have other options. I could take my foot, rake the shin, stomp the foot to distract. I can come up from behind to the groin. If his head's up close to mine, I can headbutt back. So butt, slide, stomp, kick up, hip out, groin. Now I step out, break the grip. 1, 2, turn and face, grip, turn, get rid of him. The idea is using your base in such a way he never gets power back once I've shifted in.
Thanks for watching our video lessons here at TRS Direct. Hit the like button down below and consider subscribing to our channel here on YouTube. Hit the bell icon and we'll send you a notification when there's a new lesson available. Thanks again for watching.